I like you, but let's just stay friends. Can you please come over? I just broke up with someone and I really need a hug right now. If these phrases sound familiar to you, then you're probably stuck in the friend zone. Dr. Wendy Walsh, America's go-to expert on relationships, acclaimed television journalist, and author of 3 books, tells Glam during an exclusive interview. In relationships, a person who has been relegated to remain in the friend zone is someone who is regarded as a platonic friend, even though one of the partners may have pursued the relationship because they have a romantic interest in the other partner. The arrangement can occur in heterosexual or same-sex relationships, but is most commonly a heterosexual male. The situation can be particularly painful for the person who has been placed in the friend zone because they live in a place of unrequited love. Does this situation ring a bell? You might be faced with unrequited love and willingly staying in the friend zone to collect any crumbs of interest and affection offered to you.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Or maybe you're hoping for a friends with benefits arrangement down the line. Or maybe you're on the receiving end and using the other person's interest to fill any emotional voids you may have. Wherever you stand, the friend zone is a very real situation that can be tricky for both parties to navigate. Dr. Walsh explains, according to some, the term friend zone first appeared in the 1994 Friends episode, The One with the Blackout, when Joey tells Ross he's in the friend zone because he waited too long to make a move on Rachel. But the phrase didn't become mainstream popular until nearly 2 decades later.
No. I'm not in the zone.
Oh, Ross, you're mayor of the zone.
Even though the term is relatively new, the concept of the friend zone is as old as time. And if you think about it, it makes sense from an evolutionary point of view. Way back when humans were hunting boars with spears and lived in caves, having plenty of friends was essential for survival. After all, survival of the fittest meant doing everything you could to make it. And that oftentimes relied on having people around you to help you beat the odds. And yes, to also help you perpetuate your genes so the human race itself wouldn't die off. According to Dr. Walsh, evolutionary psychologists say that it's healthy for a human's mental health to keep a roster of backup mates, and people in the friend zone fulfill this function. In addition, historically, we were all part of a tribe. Having people of all genders as friends in our tribe is helpful for survival because they all have skills they can lend to us.
Over here is the gray area, where people parse the meaning of ambiguous text.
Unfortunately, knowing that the concept of the friend zone is very legitimate, as Dr. Walsh tells us, doesn't help much when you're personally stuck in this situation. After all, being in love with someone you can't be with really hurts. Whether you're on the giving or the receiving end of unrequited love, this type of friendship can lead to heartbreak and turn sour very quickly. If you're trapped in this situation, hoping that the object of your affection will at some point see your value and fall madly in love with you, Dr. Walsh advises to remove yourself from the toxic situation. She puts it bluntly, saying, dump all hope. If you're staying with the hope of picking up romantic breadcrumbs and you are unhappy in this place, move on.
Hey kid, this is your stop.
Oh, the friend zone? No, I don't want to get off here.
On the other hand, if you're the one receiving all the attention and are keeping your friend on the hook for selfish reasons, say because it boosts your confidence to know you're desired, or even because you do genuinely care for them and want to be friends, Dr. Walsh advises coming clean and being honest, saying, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Don't lead them on by being physically affectionate or flirting with them. Make it clear that you guys are just friends and remind them over and over. This is especially true if you're trying to stay friends with your ex.